Praise God, praise God. Good evening and welcome to today's episode of Wednesdays with Pastor K. I am so excited to be your host once again today, and I just want to welcome each and every person watching today. And welcome to my world. I believe you have some coffee there. You've got something to keep you warm while we continue chatting, you and myself. I believe we're going to have an awesome time. I just want to check who's watching. And also, before I do that, I want to encourage you to please do the following for me: like, share, comment, and let's get our world into this room. I'm sure you've got people that follow you on social media. Just share share the feed, and also tag friends in the comments, and let's have a great time together. So far, I see Tamim Kwanas is watching. Tamim Kwanas is watching from YouTube. Welcome, Tammy. Good to see you. And we have also Katlego Musaka watching on YouTube as well. Welcome. Good evening. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so excited to be your host today, and happy Wednesday night. And I'm happy to spend the next few minutes of my time with you. And I believe that we're going to have an awesome time. Last week, we concluded on the powerful topic titled Consistency is the Key to Success. And we concluded last week with part two. And I believe many of you loved this topic. It blessed many of you. And I'm so excited that today we're going to continue with another topic which will bless you. And I believe that it's a now time for you, and it's a divine appointment as well for you. My beautiful wife is watching on Facebook. Welcome, honey. Good to see you. And I see Ziggy Cooks is watching. Welcome, Ziggy. Good to see you, man. It was great spending time with you last week. And we have Kanyi Sileme watching. Welcome, Kanyi. Good to see you. So yeah, Katlego is already saying, I am so excited about today's topic. I know for a fact that it's for me. Awesome, awesome. We're going to unveil today's topic, but I just want us to quickly recap on what we shared when we concluded last week's topic, the topic that we were busy with last week. So I want us to conclude on that and then start with today's topic. So yeah, last week we spoke about we mentioned the keys to staying consistent, because the topic was consistency is the key to success, and we mentioned the 10 keys to staying consistent. And we said, number one, it is being disciplined. We said you have to be disciplined. If you're going to be consistent, you must be disciplined. You must have self-control. And I believe many people struggle with that. Many people struggle with self-control. I tell you, that's where many people lose it. Self-control is where many are lacking. But if you can have self-control, I'm telling you, you will overcome many things, and you will become consistent in everything that you do. Because what causes people to lack consistency is lacking self-control. Number two, we said be accountable. You've got to be accountable. If you're going to be your own businessman or businesswoman, you're going to be a self-led person, you're going to run your own business, you have to be accountable. You must be accountable to your gift. You must be accountable to everything that you do. You have to self-manage and be accountable. Number three, we said be responsible. You've got to be responsible. Preaching to others is simple. I said last week, it is simple, but reflecting what you preach is difficult. It is easy to say all the good things. It is easy to say all the great things. I've been around many people who often, they will sound great, but when it comes to doing, it's another thing. And that is why the word of God says, be the doer of the word, not the hearer only. It's one thing to say something, but it's another to reflect what you are saying. So it is very important that we follow our words. We practice what we preach. We practice what we preach. To be responsible is to walk the talk. That is what it means to be responsible. It is to walk the talk. It is to be reliable. You must be reliable. You must be reliable. And number four, keep your eyes on your why. We said keep your eyes on your why. What is your why? Why are you here on earth? You must keep your eyes on your why, which is your earthly assignment, your earthly purpose. You must keep your eyes on that, because that's what you've got to go back to God and give an account of. What did you do with the gift I gave you? What did you do with the talent I gave you? So you must keep your eyes on your why, because it is your why that makes you you. Can I say that again? It is your why that makes you you. Without your why, there's no reason of you. You cannot be confident in saying, I've fully accomplished my purpose. No, you've got to first discover your why. It is when you know your why that you can fully say it is finished. You know the story of Jesus. I mean, when he was on the cross there, when he let go of the ghost, the last words he said it was finished. It is finished. Now you cannot say it is finished if you have not accomplished that which you were sent to come and do. Welcome, Memam Life. Good to see you. Memam Life is watching on Facebook. Welcome. Good to see you. So we've got to understand our why, know our why, and make sure that we maximize on our why. Paul the apostle also said the very same thing. He said, I have fought the good fight of faith. I have run the race. I have finished the race. He was very confident in saying that. He was very confident because he knew his why. If there's one thing that can make you confident in this life, is knowing your why. You've got to discover your why. You've got to walk in your purpose. Be clear on why you do what you do. You must be clear on why you do what you do. Every single day, I don't know what you get up to. I don't know what it is that you're aiming for in life, but be clear on why you do what you do. You've got to be clear on why you do what you do. Yep, absolutely. And also, perfect your why. Be able to articulate what you do. Be able to articulate what you do. You must perfect your why. Now, if yours is to speak publicly, you must be able to articulate what you do. What people saw in you and what you are advertising and what you said to people, you must be able to articulate that. And number 5, decide what you are going to do with your life and stick to it. You must decide what you're going to do with your life and stick to it. Decide. You've got to decide. And we said, invest your time and energy in it. Number 6, we said, be intentional. Be intentional about your daily schedule. Be intentional about your daily schedule. Consistency has immense power. It has immense power, and it sharpens your attention. It sharpens your attention. I'm going to leave it there for today, and I want us to focus on what we have as a topic today, and I believe it will bless you. It is very interesting, and allow me to discuss with you for the next few minutes on the topic titled, The Benefits of Being Confident. The benefits of being confident. It is very important to be confident in life, and we've got to invest in ourselves in order to be confident. We've got to invest in ourselves in order to be confident. And remember to send your questions, and we'll be able to respond to them in this feed. And I believe that you and I are going to have an awesome time. So the topic is the benefits of being confident, and let's define what it is to be self-confident, to be confident. Now, it is a feeling of trust in one's abilities, one's qualities, and judgment. Do you trust in your abilities? Do you trust in your abilities? It is very important. It is very important that you know what you're capable of doing. You understand your abilities. You know your strengths. You know your weaknesses. You must decipher your abilities. It is very important, and that's what self-confidence is all about. It is a feeling of trust in one's abilities, one's qualities, and judgment. It is your morale. It is your morale. It is your composure. How do you behave when you're amongst other people? How do you behave when you're with other people? It is important that you have that strong composure when you're amongst other people, and you've got to invest in your confidence, because your confidence is what will open many doors for you. It will open many doors for you. And the moment you lack confidence, I'm telling you, you won't be able to open up many doors in your life, and there won't be many opportunities, because if you lack confidence, nobody will want to, you know, entrust certain things to you, especially when it comes to representing them. You must make sure that you are confident in what you do. And it is the same as self-esteem. It is your self-esteem. It is the outcome of the things we think and the actions we take. What is it that you think? Do you consider yourself a confident person? Do you consider yourself a person who knows why they came here on earth, a person who's confident, a person who can face anybody concerning their gift? Are you confident in who you say you are? Are you confident in what the world says you are? Are you really confident? Confidence opens many doors, and it will benefit you professionally. If you're going to make it professionally, you've got to be confident. People that play in the professional space, they have to see and to sense that confidence in you. You must ooze of that confidence. You must display that confidence everywhere you go, because it is confidence that will open many doors for you, and it will benefit you professionally. It gives you a strong presence. For those of you who can attest, I want you to also interact with me and share in the comments your testament concerning confidence. What do you think? I mean, it's a very great topic, and I believe that many of you that are watching me now, you know what, you might have had those challenges of lacking confidence in a certain area. And this is why we have this kinds of sessions. We need to discuss. There are moments where I felt like, you know what, I don't know what is happening to me, but I feel nervous. I feel like, you know what, I can't face the crowd and all those things. There were moments years ago, and I had to deal with that. I had to deal with that succinctly and aggressively as well, to make sure that I get out of that comfort zone, I get out of that cocoon, because lack of confidence can keep you on one level, and you would fail to rise up because you're afraid of what people think about you. You're afraid of what people will say about you, and therefore you remain behind the scenes, and you don't want to come forward. And that's what affects many people. If you lack confidence, you will miss out on too much that the Lord has for you and what the world has for you. Because you must remember, the world wants to associate with people that can be confident, that can come out in the front and represent who they say they are. So you must be confident in everything that you do. Confidence gives you a strong presence. It gives you a strong presence. Confident people, even when they walk into the room, you can feel that this person has walked into the room. You can sense the confidence in them. In public spaces, it matters how you carry your body. You must, a person that lacks confidence, you will even realize how they even carry their body. Their body is all over the place. But if you are confident, you know how to carry your body, not only your body, but you also know how to use your voice. Confident people, they've got it all together. They've got it all together. They know that it's about the gift. It's not about me. It's about the gift. And the gift cannot disappoint, because the gift is from God. So you must, when you represent, when you showcase that gift, make sure that it takes the lead. Allow the gift to make room for you. Allow your gift to open doors for you. Allow your gift to find expression in your body. Often we suppress the gift by not allowing it to find expression, by remaining in fear and nervousness and being afraid to face many people. But if you allow the gift to find expression, I'm telling you, you will ooze with confidence, and you will flow with confidence. Welcome, Refile Claudia. I see Refile is watching on YouTube. Welcome, good to see you. And we've got Patuchezo watching on Facebook. Welcome, Patuchezo, good to see you. Refile says, Pastor K, I have a question. Why is it that a person can be confident, but when they are around people who are higher than them, they immediately lose confidence in themselves? How can one work on that? You know what, Refilo, I've had trouble with that many times in my life, in my journey of public speaking and all that. I will speak confidently, but the moment there are people who are higher in terms of the rank and all those things, and then I will feel small and all that. That's a mistake. That's what we call a perceived thought. It is a perceived thought. It's not true. It's what you are thinking is not true about you, but it is a perception that you have, because many people often don't want to make mistakes in front of great people, and that's why that cloud comes in and begins to overshadow you. You must not allow that cloud. Understand that everybody is in the audience, and you are the main how do I put this one? You are the main attraction for that day, because you are on the stage. Yeah, I think I've put it nicely. You are the main attraction for that day because you are on the stage. So you have more power, and that is why you are on the stage and everybody is in the audience. You are there because somebody saw something in you. Don't disappoint that particular person who saw something in you. When you climb on the stage, just know it's about the gift. Never mind who's in the audience. Just deliver that gift, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be powerful. You're gonna come out powerfully. The gift will flow powerfully. Why? Because your focus is on the gift. It is not on other people, and it's not on yourself. Focus on the gift. It is the gift that made room for you. For instance, if they called you in to be there, it means that your gift spoke. Your gift went ahead of you and launched you. Now, don't disappoint the gift. Don't disappoint the gift. Many of us make that mistake because we focus on the people, and then we miss what the gift wants to do. That thing is it's actually, it attacks every speaker. It attacks every speaker, but it is how you handle it. It is how you handle it. You must know that you carry something big. You must know that everybody is there because they are there to listen to you. So make sure you maximize. Don't be intimidated by other people. Don't be intimidated by the audience. Speak, deliver what you set out to do. And preparation will help you as well. Preparation will build your confidence. And as you get there, you focus on what you prepared and make sure you deliver. At times you might feel nervous, but you may discover that you don't sound nervous, if I'm making sense. You might feel nervous, but you may discover later on that you didn't sound nervous. In those years when I used to feel like that, I would listen to my own teaching afterwards, and when I listened to it, I'd realize that actually it sounds better than how I felt. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It will sound better than how I felt when I was delivering that message. So regardless of who's in the audience, deliver what you set out to deliver. Deliver what you came to deliver. And I'm telling you, once you do that, your gift will flow. And I believe I've answered you, Refile. It's normal. It's normal. Every time you're amongst the great, you feel like you're less than enough. I asked my spiritual father this question because it was my concern as well. And at one time I was preaching at his church. So we said, before I went onto the stage to go preach, and I asked him, I said, but have you ever felt nervous when you were preaching at your spiritual father's platform? Did you feel nervous somehow? Do you ever feel nervous when you're around him when it comes to your speaking abilities and all that? And he said, yes, but the issue is not how he speaks or how he delivers. The issue has been the doctrine. You are worried more about the doctrine. Is the doctrine I'm teaching very sound? Is he going to receive it that way? And that's how I felt as well. Every time I'm in the presence of my father, I want to make sure that my doctrine is sound. That's what happens. So many a times we focus on us more than focusing on the gift. And if your doctrine is right, and if you've done your homework concerning what you're presenting, concerning what you're gonna be talking about, I'm telling you, there's no reason to be worried. There's no reason to be worried. Deliver that with confidence, and people will sense that confidence coming out of you. It's Lebo says she's watching me on YouTube. She says, powerful question, Sister Refilwe. Yeah, I also thought it was a very powerful question. And Katlego says, Pastor, when do you know that your confidence has become arrogance? When do you know that your confidence has become arrogance? Excuse me. That's a very good question. It depends, how you deliver your message. If you're a public speaker, one can tell if it has led to arrogance or it is the power of knowledge. Once you start sensing how people you may find that in the entire teaching or entire delivery of their message, you'll find that this person is just quoting bombastics right from the beginning up until the end, and they do it with flamboyance. You must know that this person has now jumped onto the level of arrogance. It is important to be learned, to have knowledge in order to deliver, and to have the wisdom on how you deliver your knowledge, the knowledge that you have acquired. But then again, you must remember, knowledge puffs up. It puffs up, and it brings us to that subject, that word that you mentioned, Katlego, which is arrogance. You must always deliver your message politely, because the moment you start mentioning big words, and there's nothing wrong with mentioning big words, but if your entire message is made up of those big words, and in the manner in which you deliver, it can tell us that you've become arrogant, or maybe you're just knowledgeable. But it is very important that at the end of the day, you feed the sheep. Because what's the point of you speaking for an hour, and an hour was spent with you flaunting bombastics for an hour? Then you realize that even the audience could not receive the food you're trying to feed them. So you must always understand the level of the audience as well. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with mentioning big words and all that. It shows that you have knowledge. It shows that you're a person that studies. It shows that you read. It shows that there is level of wisdom. But let your goal be about edifying people, not about proving that you are learned. The moment you want to prove, I think this is the answer you were looking for, Katlego. The moment you try to prove that you are learned, it's arrogance. It's arrogance. I'm sure I've answered you. And Patricia says, lack of preparation makes you to lose focus, and it might affect your confidence. Yeah. And welcome, Pumzile. Good to see you. So when you are confident, you know what you excel at and that you have value. You know what you excel at and that you have value. You must know areas that you are good in, and confidence will prove that you know your strengths, you know your abilities, you have done your SWOT analysis, and also that you are aware that you are a person of value. That's the most important thing that we need to invest on. Become a person of value. Become a person of value. It is very important. My dear cousin and brother is watching. Tsepo Malebani, good to see you, cuz. Welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited to have you on today's episode. And good evening, Jackie. Good to see you. Awesome. I'm glad that I've answered you, Katlego. God bless you. By increasing your confidence, you'll be able to break the cycle of overthinking and quiet your inner critic. By increasing your confidence, you'll be able to break the cycle of overthinking. There's that cycle of overthinking. Many of us, we are defeated before we can even go onto the stage because of overthinking, and you must deal with that thing. Sometimes we are having a conversation with ourselves, and you are telling yourselves that you're not worthy, you are telling yourself that you know what, you don't fit in, you are telling yourself all those things, and all those thoughts are not from God. All those thoughts are from your fear and from the devil. You must not entertain that voice that says you cannot do it. You must not. You must not. The word of God says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's Paul, the apostle, saying. He says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Who said that you can't speak publicly? Who said that you can't represent a nation? Who said that you can't represent a community? Who said that you can't represent your class? Those are total lies. They are total lies. You must allow yourself to and allow your gift to find expression. That's the most important thing. Allow that gift to find expression. And you must quieten that inner critic. That inner critic is not God. That inner critic, that voice, you must silence it so that it does not take away your destiny. It does not suppress your gift. You must quieten that voice. You must silence it. You must silence it. And also, as your confidence grows, you will become more likely to stretch your abilities and take risks. As your confidence grows, you will become more likely to stretch your abilities and take risks. Now, we hardly take risks if we are less confident. And the moment that confidence grows, you must remember, when your confidence grows, you can sit amongst the great, you can come into the presence of anyone, anybody. And even when you speak, they can sense the confidence flowing from your voice, flowing from your inner man. And that thing, it's a gift from God. It is a gift from God. People are in the audience because they want to hear what you have to say, not to come and correct your mistakes, not to come and spot your mistakes. No, they are not looking for your mistakes. They've come to receive from you. Don't look at people as if they've come to spot your mistakes or to look for your mistakes. No, always know that you are there because you've got something to deliver. You've got something to deliver. Yeah. I just want to check there. I see Refilo is responding. Oh, what did I do now? Sorry, my mistake there. I wanted to check my wife's comment there. Okay, looks like I missed it. But yeah, and confidence is going forward even when you are afraid and nervous, but you act anyway. There are people who would freeze. They just freeze when they are too scared, when they are nervous. They freeze. They end up not even accomplishing what they set out to accomplish. They end up not even delivering what they set out to deliver because they are frozen. They are too scared in such a way that they can't do it. They just leave. They stand before the people and it's like they've been muzzled. And that's a challenge. You allow something to overcome you, and that's fear. You must not allow fear to overcome you. You must always have confidence in yourself. Confidence is self-esteem. Now, low self-esteem can steal many opportunities from you. It can take away many opportunities from you. And that is why you've got to be confident. You've got to work on yourself and believe. You must speak those words. Say it. Look yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror and begin to speak to that mirror and say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am the best at what I do. I speak fluently. I am the best at what I do. My gift is the best. God has given me the great gift. Speak those things in the mirror. Speak it and say, I am anointed. I am blessed coming in. I'm blessed going out. I can speak in front of anybody. I can face anybody. Allow yourself to flow. Allow yourself to flow in that realm, because I'm telling you, you will never be able to do great things because of what you think of yourself. If you think low of yourself, you are limiting yourself. You are limiting yourself, and you must come out of that comfort zone and push harder. And push harder. Confidence doesn't mean that you won't fail. And I want to emphasize that. Confidence does not mean that you won't fail. You will fail, but understand that failure and mistakes lead to growth. You will fail, but understand that failure and mistakes, they lead to growth, meaning that you've got to learn from your mistakes. It does not mean that when you're confident, you will not make mistakes. You will make mistakes and you will learn from them. Never think that because you are confident, then there's no room for mistakes. You might find yourself having made those mistakes, but the mistakes do not define you. You are not your mistakes. You are not your mistakes, and never allow the mistakes to define you. Always stand up, dust yourself, continue with the journey, and continue pushing yourself. I'm telling you, the more you do something, the more you become confident in what you do, and the better you become at what you do. Everything that you do daily or on a daily basis, you will become better at it. You will become better at it. So don't give up because of one mistake that you might have made, but keep on pushing and have the faith that that assignment is yours, and you're going to do it, and you're not going to give up. I'm telling you, if you don't give up, you will win. If you don't give up, you will definitely win. The more willing you are to fail, the more likely you are to succeed, because you are in action. You are in action. The greatest thing that you can ever do is getting into action. It is getting into action. Many people never make it in life because they never act in the first place. They never act in the first place. They were afraid before they even acted. And that is why they never got to realize their best potential, because they never tried. The greatest thing you can ever do is to act. Action. That's why they say action speaks louder than words. And many people don't act, and that is why they don't act. They don't achieve anything, because people are afraid of acting, because they've prejudged themselves. You must get out of that. You must get out of that fear and begin to act. I'm telling you, if you act, you will achieve greater things. You never know what's on the other side of action. You never know. There's always something great waiting for you on the other side of action. Even when you are fearful, act. Act. Go ahead and act. You never know. You never know. That mantle of your gift will just rest upon you as you continue and speak and go forward. You'll realize that something came upon you and you were able to speak at a level you never thought you would speak. But the worst thing you can ever do is to have cold feet before you go and act, and then you stop acting at all because you have cold feet. That thing is robbing you of your potential. That thing is stealing your potential away from you if you allow it to take place. So you must push against the odds. You must always press on against the odds. If there are giants in the land, be like David and say, I come to you in the name of the Lord. I come to you in the name of the Lord. David was not intimidated by a giant. Many of us are intimidated by giants. Like you asked earlier on, why does one become fearful or too nervous when they're amongst the great? We are afraid of giants, and you must be like David. Don't just face giants in your own strength. Be prayed up and face the giants in the name of the Lord. Face the giants in the name of the Lord. You need the name of the Lord. When you face that giant, knowing that you are relying in the Lord, not in your own strength. You are relying in the Lord, and that gift that He has given you, that gift cannot be touched. It is intrinsic, it is inside of you. Allow that gift to find expression. The moment you allow that gift to find expression, I'm telling you, you're going to flow in a way you never thought you will flow. Why? Because you are allowing that gift to find expression. Many of us are blocking the gift because we are afraid of what people will say. That's the worst thing you can ever do to your gift. You're saying, you know what? I'm afraid of what people will say. What would people say if I show up there? What would people say? Don't focus on the people. Focus on the gift and come in the name of the Lord. Focus in the Lord. He will grant you the strength. He will grant you the strength. Yeah. And but Jesus says, fear grows when we do nothing, and fear fades away when we take a step of faith. Absolutely. And Pumzile says, another way to overcome fear is to start. Fear will then bow. It is a very manipulative spirit, absolutely. It has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Remember, God said He has not given us the spirit of fear. So it comes to oppose the confidence that God has given us. Yeah. We are called to dominate. We are called to subdue the earth. We are called to multiply, not to fear. You will never know that you are the best until you practice it. Absolutely, Memam Lefe. And Caroline Tahaswani, welcome, Caroline. Good to see you. And she says, thank you, sir. I needed to hear that such powerful message. God bless you, Caroline. Fear, my dear sister Stella Mkhotlane. Good to see you, Ausi. Welcome to today's episode of Wednesdays with Pastor K. Fear, Ausi. Fear has paralyzed many people. And if you can deal with the subject of fear, I'm telling you, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Pumzile has just mentioned it now. She says, for we have not been given the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. Sound mind. Sound mind. My wife says, I always say a little fear, anxiety before speaking is good enough to push you to prepare and aim for good delivery, as opposed to being overly confident. Yeah. Sometimes overly confident people don't deliver good presentations and are sometimes less prepared. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a problem. That's a problem. The moment you start relying in your own strength and what you know, I'm telling you, then your strength might disappoint you. It might disappoint you. And if it has to do with speaking publicly and addressing a whole lot of people, you need to be prayed up. You need to be prayed up. I've learned that many times. You have to be prayed up. I am a man of prayer, and I rely fully on prayer, and also understand also that prayer alone without preparation will also disappoint you. You must study the subject you're going to be talking about. You must prepare so that when you go there, prayer is there to sustain that which you carry and to give you that confidence and to make you stand amongst the giants. The more willing to fail you are, the more likely you are to succeed, because you are in action. You are taking more shots instead of waiting for the perfect target. Many people, they wait for the perfect target. They say, you know what, I can't speak publicly until I do 1, 2, 3. You know, you're waiting for the perfect target before you take a shot. But better is the one that keeps on taking shots instead of waiting for a perfect target. You may find that target will never come, which is your comfort. You want to get to that place of comfort so that you can go on stage. No, you must jump onto the stage even when you feel nervous. For as long as you were aware that it was your responsibility for that particular day, it was your duty for that particular day, make sure you are ready when that time comes, and then you just jump onto the platform and you deliver what you set out to deliver. And I'm telling you, everything will work out for your own good. If you are confident, your relationships will improve. Let me say that again. If you are confident, your relationships will improve. Many people don't have like the actual physical wealth, but their wealth is in relationships. And we become more confident. If we are more confident, our relationships will improve, meaning that you'll be able to attract people that matter. You will be able to attract people that matter. You will never attract great people with mediocre. Mediocrity will push away greatness from your life. And that is why you must be confident. You must be confident. And confidence is, comes out of being prepared, comes out of knowing who you are, comes out of knowing and trusting in your abilities. And therefore, if you trust in your abilities, I'm telling you, your relationships will improve. You will connect with great people and they will love you because of your confidence. You must remember one thing about confidence. Confidence is very attractive. It is very attractive. Let's talk about lack of confidence. Lack of confidence is to always focus on what people think about you. What will people say? That's lack of confidence. Never make it about the people. Never. Always make it about the gift that God has given you. That gift, it's your gift, and it was given to you. And only you can do you the way you can do you. Can I say that again? Only you can do you the way you can do you. Nobody else. Never compare your gift with anybody's gift. Never. Your gift is unique. Your gift is unique. God did not run out of gifts. God has a gift for each and every person on the planet. He's got gifts. And our gifts are never the same. We don't have the same gift. We might have similar gifts, but we don't have the same gift. No one can do you the way you can do you. No one. It is lack of confidence is wondering what everyone is thinking about you. That's the biggest mistake you can ever do. To walk into a room and you're wondering what everybody's thinking about you. I'm telling you, you will torture yourself. You will torture yourself. You will torture your gift. And you will muzzle your gift. And that gift will fail to flow. You must shift away from that kind of thinking, of always thinking what everybody's thinking about you. You will never thrive in life. You will never do big things. Don't concern yourself of what they think. Just deliver what you have to do and worry about everything else later. Because the moment you put your focus on what people are thinking about you, I'm telling you, you will never do what you set out to do. And it will limit you and you will never become the best you can be. Yeah. Refil is commenting on YouTube and she says, I used to lack confidence in myself, especially when I was around a group of people. I had to push myself to get out of the shell of fear. I refused to go to a position of not being confident in myself. Absolutely. I'm telling you, you know what? It's normal to be nervous. It's normal to be nervous, especially in a different crowd and in a different group of people. It's normal. It's normal. But you must, confidence says, you know what, I can do this. That's what confidence does. Confidence says, I can do this. You must speak to yourself, speak to your inner man and say, Pastor K, you can do this. You can do this. Pastor Neo, you can do this. Speak, say that to yourself. Say that to yourself. Speak to Refile. Refile, you can do this. Patuchezo, you can do this. Rachel Molefe, you can do this. You are speaking to yourself at that time. You speak, from within. As you're standing there, you say, I can do this. I can do this. You must encourage yourself. The Bible says David encouraged himself in the Lord. You must encourage yourself. You must encourage yourself and know that you can do it. If you're brought before it, it means you can do it. It means you can do it. Yeah, absolutely. There it is. There it is. My wife just put it nicely. Do positive affirmations. Do positive affirmations. Yeah. Memam Life says, powerful indeed. No one can do me better than I can do myself. Absolutely. 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 Anyone who's going to do what you do, they are a copy of you. They are a copy of you. They are not you. So you must do everything in your power to push harder in everything that you do and make sure that you are the best at it. And I'm telling you, You'll become unstoppable. Lack of confidence silences your gift. It silences your gift. If you lack confidence, your gift will be silenced. Imagine you carry such a great gift, but because of fear, because you don't trust in your abilities, you allow that gift to lay dormant inside of you. We can never know how powerful you are until you show us. And you can only show us when you let go and let loose of the gift. You must let loose of that gift. That gift must begin to flow. Let me give you the keys to becoming confident, and we close. The keys to becoming confident. Number one, avoid comparison game. Avoid the comparison game. Avoid it. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Refuse to compare yourself with anyone. Refuse. Don't. Stick to your lane. Stick to your lane. Everyone is traveling their own journey. Everyone is traveling their own journey. You might be comparing yourself with somebody who's not walking the same journey as you are traveling. You must stick to your lane. Don't focus on the side. Focus on where you're going. Avoid the comparison game. Many of us become overwhelmed with comparison. And I'm telling you, there are people who can flow. There are people who can, flow in such a way that if you focus on them, you will lose focus. You will lose focus. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Your gift can flow the best way if you allow it to flow the way God designed it for it to flow within you. Don't compare yourself with anybody. Refuse to compare yourself with anybody. You are walking your journey and you are traveling your own journey. Everybody is in their own lane. Stick to your own lane. Stick to your own lane. Number two, shift the focus from yourself and allow your gift to work. Shift the focus from yourself and allow your gift to work. Every time we focus on ourselves, every time, you're like, I don't think I sound good. What are people saying about me? What are people going to say about me? Shift that focus from you. Shift it from you and allow your gift to work. Allow your gift to work. That which is inside of you, it's your gift. It is your gift. Allow it to work. Allow it to find expression. Address your perceived obstacles. Address your perceived obstacles. What are your perceived obstacles? What's that obstacle? What is it that you consider an obstacle that is standing in your way? Address it. Address it. Deal with that thing. That fear, deal with that thing. Deal with it. Number four, reduce negative thoughts. Reduce negative thoughts and free yourself from self-doubt. All these things are just negative thoughts. You being afraid of what people think about you, those are negative thoughts. And you must free yourself from that. Reduce negative thoughts. Number five, understand that your weaknesses don't change your self-worth. Your weaknesses don't change your self-worth. What am I saying to you? Let me just quickly rewind to that one, point number 3 that I gave you of addressing your perceived obstacle. Addressing your perceived obstacle. Moses is sent by God to go and deliver the children of Israelites, to pull them out of Egypt, and lead them out and take them to the Canaan land. Now understand this. Moses started speaking all the negative things. And he said to God, but God, I can't speak. He was focusing on his weaknesses. He was focusing on his weaknesses. Even though that Moses was a stammerer, it did not stop God from entrusting 3 million people to the life of Moses. Why? Because Moses had what it takes to lead 3 million people. Never underestimate what is inside of you can do. Never underestimate that. Never underestimate yourself. He focused on his weakness, which is being a stammerer. But that did not mean anything to God. The same way, it will not mean anything to your audience if you speak effectively. Being a stammerer is just being a stammerer. I was talking to the other doctor about 2 weeks ago who is a stammerer, but he's a doctor. He's a doctor. So that is why I'm saying address your perceived obstacles. Address it. Address it, because that thing, if you don't deal with it, it will stop you from accessing the potential that is hidden inside of you. So understand that your weaknesses don't change your self-worth. That's what I just mentioned now. They cannot change your self-worth. Even though that Moses was fearful because of his speaking abilities, God said, "Are you telling me that you can't speak, Moses? I'm the one who created you. I know everything about you. And I called you because of the gift I've placed inside of you. You've got a great gift of leadership, Moses. And don't allow negative thoughts to block that gift from finding expression." And it was when Moses went ahead and did what God told him that he began to do greater things for the kingdom of God. Never allow fear to stop you from accessing what God has for you. I mean, look at Paul the apostle. When you study the life of Paul, you'll get to realize that he was not an eloquent speaker. He was, I think maybe he was a stammerer or something, because that's what he spoke about, that God, please remove the stone in the flesh. And God said to him, "My grace is sufficient for you." Even though he was knowledgeable, even though he was powerful, he was a great man of God, yet he had that minor weakness, of not being able to speak as eloquent as he could. But he was knowledgeable, and he was a powerful leader. He was a powerful minister of the gospel. He moved in signs, miracles, and wonders. He moved with power, and he did not allow that thing to stifle his progress. He continued to do what God has set out for him to do. So many times we remain in one place because we have prejudged ourselves, and we have silenced our gift with fear. And that is why, as of today going forward, work harder to make sure that you are not intimidated by anybody. You can stand on any platform. You can go on any stage and present your gift and do the best you can do. Make sure all the time. When your actions are in alignment with your values, you have a stronger sense of purpose. What are your values? What are your values? You must just bring your actions in alignment with your values. And I'm telling you, you will flow. You will flow. It does not matter where you go, you will flow. Number 6, the last one. Dress nicely. Dress nicely and pay attention to your personal grooming. Dress nicely and pay attention to your personal grooming. Listen to me when I say this to you. Looking suave makes you confident. It makes you confident. Looking great makes you confident. Work on your sense of style, and that will bring confidence. Many people feel good when they are well dressed. So make it a priority that I'm going to be a smart dresser. I'm going to be decent. I'm going to be neat. If you are dressed nicely, by the time you stand on the platform, you've done half of your job. You've done half of your job. Because you can speak so fluently, you can speak eloquently, you can be knowledgeable, but if you look untidy, you did not shift anything. You did not shift anything. Dress nicely and pay attention to your personal grooming. I'm telling you, confidence will come. Confidence will come. If you know that you are dressed up in your best shoes, your best suit, nice shirt, and you've cut your hair, you have shaved, I'm telling you, you've done half of what you ought to do on that stage. By the time you stand on a stage, already your audience are already looking at how decent you look. I'm telling you, the moment you start speaking, the moment you start delivering what you set out to do, you will flow. You will flow. Because I'm telling you, if you are prepared with what you're going to deliver, but you look untidy, you still won't gain that respect. You still won't gain that respect. Smell good, dress nicely, be on time, be prepared, and speak boldly. Speak boldly, have confidence, and never allow any human being to intimidate your gift. It is your gift and it's given to you by God, and allow it to flow and speak fluently. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, I see my dear friend is watching. Manza Patrick, good to see you, Mindlos. Good to see you. And Mindlos says, good one, Pastor Neo. And Mimam Life says, powerful keys indeed. And Patuchezo says, dress nicely. I love it. Dress nicely, Patuchezo. God bless you guys. I'll see you next week, same place, same time. And thank you for tuning in. If you have not yet shared the feed, kindly share it with your world and let your world come into this room as well and feed from what we had to feed from today. If you've got a friend that you're thinking about, please tag them in the comments. And from me and Wednesdays with Pastor K, God bless you. I'll see you next week, same place, same time. Remember, you can join me on YouTube. You can join me on Facebook as well, depending on which one you feel comfortable to watch him from. But just tune in at the one that you feel comfortable on, or the one that you like. And I believe you and I believe you are blessed by tonight. And thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. Oh, for those of you who are not on YouTube, please subscribe onto my page, my YouTube channel, and be blessed by all the teachings. God bless you. Oh, I just saw a comment from Caroline on my way out. Let me read it. And Caroline says, confidence can provide the momentum you need to be the person God meant you to be. Yeah. It cannot substitute for character or skill or knowledge, but it enhances these qualities so you can be a person who makes a difference. Absolutely. My dear friend Lerato Matebe said, Jesus, man, good to see you, man. And he says, God bless, Jesus, man. Thanks for another great session. Awesome. And I'm definitely downloading and re-listening. Thank you, Pastor K. I don't see your name there, but good to see you. And let's see also, Memam Lefe says, great session. And Kanye says, thank you so much, men of God, for such a powerful session. God bless you. See you next week. Bye.